We have the one and only lovely Chef Babette Davis. Chef Babette, how are you this? I guess there it's afternoon. It's kind of late evening, late afternoon, close to evening here, and maybe on the East Coast evening time. But how was your day today? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely great. Thanks for asking. It was a really good day, beautiful day here in LA.
It's one thing to talk about eating healthy and what have you, but I think you bring a broader scope and a broader concept to this concept in every aspect of your life. And I want to get into this interview or discussion or conversation, if you will, touch base on some of those things. But let's go with the obvious. I mean, many people have seen your videos. I think you recently celebrated your 72nd birthday.
71st, Doc. Come on.
71st, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Well, I lose track of time. 71. So you should have corrected my notes. I sent the notes. But you wanted me to make that gap so you can correct. That's okay. But you recently celebrated your 71st birthday. And I mean, my goodness. I mean, you're doing push-ups, you're running heels. Tell us, you're highly functional. What are some of the key aspects of your lifestyle that some of the secrets you can share with the audience so that we can all aspire to continue to reach new levels? Because we should be getting better as our age progresses. But that doesn't seem to be the case with most people. What's your insight to that?
I feel very blessed, first off, that at age 40, I met my husband, Rondo. On our first date, he took me to Griffith Park. Like, I could barely walk the hills at Griffith Park, and he was slow running the whole thing backwards.
Oh, wow.
And I was not quite 40 yet. And this was in the spring, and I was going to be 40 in December. Mm-hmm. And as I watched him, the thing that ran through my mind was, I'm struggling to walk up these hills. This is not correct. I'm only 39 years old, and this man is jogging this backwards. So I understood then something was not correct. Nobody can keep your body in shape but you. Nobody's gonna get up in the morning, go do the workout for you. When it's time to stretch, ain't nobody gonna stretch for you. When you need to drink enough water, ain't nobody gonna drink that water for you.
Oftentimes people look at you and they see the success. They see you doing the push-ups and all the wonderful things and preparing the wonderful food, etc. And what I'd like for you to share with you, you've done it on some of our other shows, is the journey. Has it been smooth and without pitfalls?
Yeah.
And if not, what has been some of the challenges and shortcomings?
I started off ingesting the standard American diet. My mother was a cook from South Carolina. My mother, when she came out here, food just didn't taste, fresh veggies didn't taste the same to her, especially things like corn and peas. And so my mother decided, I'm getting ready to lace everything with sugar. So she put sugar in everything. Her spaghetti sauce was so sweet you could drink milk with it. No. I was addicted to refined sugar. I had massive challenges. I was allergic to the dairy. I suffered with the asthma and the eczema, earaches, really, really horrible earaches. And so I couldn't do the dairy, but of course they weren't telling my mom that. They told me I was probably allergic to nuts. Make sure you keep giving her the milk and the cheese.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I struggled as a young person with illnesses, and basically because of what I was ingesting. And then as I got older, I had a bout with using drugs. I got hooked on crack cocaine for a while there. That was a massive challenge. Couldn't digest my food properly, always had really horrible gas, bad indigestion, acid reflux. I had it all the time. Everything that I've gone through, the child molestation, the spousal abuse, I've been picked up and slammed to the ground. I've had a man run my head through the wall. I have been cold cocked, knocked out, like, yes, butterflies, the whole 9 yards, completely knocked out by a man. So I've been through it. I've walked in so many shoes, but understand me, I have absolutely no regrets. This human experience has been just that. I've walked in so many different shoes. When somebody comes to me and they need a ear, or they need somebody to help them out, most of the time, I've been there, done that. I got your back. There's another addiction I had that I'll contrast it with.
Sure.
Accent, MSG.
Oh, that's kind of
MSG.
That's a song.
My mother put MSG. I knew when there was a restaurant that didn't use MSG in their food. Let me tell you what I would do. I would get myself a Ziploc, put me some MSG in the Ziploc, take it to the restaurant, and when they bring my food, I'd sprinkle MSG on it.
Oh,
that is food tasted weird to me.
Wow.
If it didn't have MSG on it. That's probably why I'm a big Bragg's person today. I love Bragg's liquid amino. I love seasoning food with it, but it's a naturally occurring MSG.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So
is that deep or what?
That is very deep. You know, the thing is that because the sugar and the salt, as you said, are very addictive. Of course, the animal protein is addictive as well. And we know
the animals were, it was stuff like maybe cheese. I can remember when I stopped eating it. I can remember driving through churches to go get my wings, biscuits and gravy probably. And something said to me, you don't eat this anymore. You're in the drive-thru, but you don't eat this anymore. Now I can't stand to smell it. But it's so weird how your body gets all, so used to all this stuff.
What's a typical day like for Chef Babette?
Normally, I wake up, it's the bathroom run, ladies. You know that. 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, bling, time to go. What time is it? Oh, you should know. So what I'll do is I normally, I don't go back to sleep. I go ahead and I get up. I try to get to work as early as I possibly can because I like to go work out afterwards. I used to go work out really early in the morning. So now I go to work, get done with that, and then I go work out. But yeah, so my day starts going over the stuff I eat and what I could ingest at that early time in the morning. Usually I'll start my juicing. So I'm right there at work. I have a big industrial juicer. I can juice in the morning and that's my breakfast. Really, my day starts so early, Doc. I shut it down just as early. I've never been one to go, I'm not a partier, so I've never been that person. I'm pretty much a homebody. But because I start off, I'm energetic so early in the morning, I shut it down. 6, 7, 8 o'clock, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah. So
that's actually, it seems like you're aligned with the circadian rhythm that we're supposed to be aligned with, early to rise, early to bed, and you're consuming the juices, and so you're hydrating, which, should be the way we break our fast, whether that's early in the morning or mid-morning. And then your workouts are typically early mornings, before or after you go in?
I'm usually done at work at around by the time we open, which is noon now. And then I'll schedule my workout for any time after noon. So it's either going to be 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30. I don't get off into 2, 3, 4 o'clock. No, it's right after I get off work. I go do my workout. And then anything else I have to do before I go home, I do it. And then when I get home, I'm done, usually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you settle.
Yeah.
I know lots of people want to know, what are some of your favorite meals?
I'm not big on massive plates of food. That's just not, that does not work out for me. So basically, I do, some people say the intermittent fasting, it's just almost a natural vibe for me. I keep the food load very, very light, and I move more towards nutrition because I need it. So, you know what I mean, Doc? I just go hard on the nutrients. So right now I'm into sea moss big time. I still use the E3 Live. So whatever I can do to give me the extra stuff, I do that. But I'm right now in love with the quinoa bowl that I'm selling at Stuff I Eat.
Oh,
so
wow, what's in your quinoa bowl?
It's quinoa. And then I cube beets and I barbecue them. I boil them so that they're tender because they are in cubes, and then I boil them in like vinegar and a little agave nectar, and then I pour barbecue sauce on them. They are absolutely amazing. So you got the quinoa, you have the barbecue beets. I do have cubed jerk tofu and yams. What I've done is cube the yams, and I use chipotle on the yams with a little agave and sea salt. And then what else do I have? I have fresh onion, fresh green onion, and just a bunch of fresh veggies. And I make this sauce, this chipotle sauce out of cashews. And that is my favorite meal.
Mm.
And I can eat that meal and I don't have to eat a bunch of anything else. You know what I mean?
And it covers a spectrum of nutrients, so that's very good, especially the beets and quinoa.
Oh my God.
Nutrient rich. Jackie wants to know about your amazing skin. What do you do for your skin?
Oh, ladies, that's the one thing I wanted to talk about that too. I started off just really coconut oil, period. I wasn't really doing too much else but coconut oil. I still use a lot of coconut oil, and I usually use it all over my body, even under my makeup. I'm a mess, but I love body butters. Oh my gosh. Shea butter. So I've been using the shea butter along with the coconut oil, but I just don't, I'm not the girl that goes into the store and buys bottles of this and bottles of that. I don't have all that stuff. I don't do all that. No.
So what's a quick workout idea for beginners?
For beginners, sometimes getting a chair and just standing up and sitting down, standing up and sitting down.
Yep.
Leaning on your counter in your kitchen and just doing push-ups off your counter. You know what I'm saying? Taking a bottle of water, a jug of water, and just in both hands, lifting that jug of water. I mean, it's so important for us to have some good core strength, Doc, especially as we continue to age. We get so weak. And so I do a lot of core stuff.
Chef Babette, thank you very much.
This always fun. You're the best, Doc. Thank you.
We try. I'm trying to catch up with you.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.